Welcome to today's practice. So, concentrating on twists for today's practice, decompressing the spine. So let's start in any comfortable seat. Cross-leg position if that suits. Again, feel free to bring the feet together or extend the legs out, whatever feels more appropriate. And if you have cushions, you can place them onto the bottom and lift the sit bones a little bit higher. So find the position that suits you best. Bringing the back of the hands down to the knees. Let's bring the thumb and first finger together. Lift the shoulders, roll them down the back. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, look over the right shoulder. Inhale back to center. Exhale, look over the left shoulder. Inhale back to center. Exhale, take the gaze up towards the ceiling. Inhale back to center. Exhale, drop the chin down towards the chest. Inhale, lift the gaze. Close the eyes, turn the senses in. Draw the breath into the body. And now allow the breath to move out through the mouth. Steadying the breath. Starting to engage with that breath control. Breathing in and out through the nose. Making the inhale and the exhale the same in length. Engaging the Ujjayi breath, firing it up for the practice. Keep rooting down through the sit bones, shoulders nice and soft. Notice where the effort is as you sit and breathe. Maybe you can send the breath into the areas that need a little bit more space, a little bit more attention to actively help make this position more comfortable, more bearable. Taking a couple more breaths here. And then open the eyes. Let's bring the right hand behind, left hand across to the right knee. Lengthen with the inhale and twist look over that right shoulder with the exhale. Then float the right arm all the way up behind, bring it towards the ear, and then bring that right hand across towards the front, lowering down towards that left knee. Breathe it in and out. Inhale, lift it back up. Let's do the other side. Left hand behind for support. Right hand across the left knee. Lengthen with the inhale, sit really tall. Exhale, twist, look over the left shoulder. And again, breathe it in. And out. Inhale, float. Left arm off floor. Bring that left arm towards the ear. And then slowly allow side of the body to roll down towards the right. Arm is coming across towards that right knee, lengthening and folding. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, release it down. Let's lift and roll the shoulders down the back. And then make our way onto hands and knees nice and slowly. So setting up here, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Keeping that breath super strong. Spine nice and long. With the inhale, extend the right leg behind. Stretch it out. Turn the toes down towards the floor. Left arm comes forward. Then we're bending that right heel in towards the bum. Can we reach around with the left hand? Hold on to the ankle, the toes, the trousers. And then maybe we can lift that foot up and away, lift the chest up. Don't worry if you can't grab onto that foot. Just work on drawing the arm back and drawing the heel in towards the bottom. Be wherever you can be in this posture. Breath is strong and steady. Exhale. If you have the foot, slowly release it. Bring the left hand down. Bring the right knee down. Let's take it towards child's pose with the exhale. Bottom towards heels, elbows down, forehead down. Keeping that breath nice and strong. Feel the back line of the body stretching out. And then with the inhale, lift it back to hands and knees, making sure wrists underneath the shoulders. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Draw the navel in towards the spine. When you're ready, float the left leg behind. Stretch that left leg out. Really extend. Feel the core working hard. Right arm floats forward. Breathe it in. And out. Bend the left knee, bring heel into bottom. Send the right arm behind. Can you take hold of the ankle, the toes, the trousers, and then maybe lift the back leg higher, lift the chest, lift the head. Breath is strong and steady. Again, don't worry if you can't reach the foot. Just work on bringing the heel into bottom and bringing that arm around wherever you are. Final breath in. Exhale. If you have the foot, release it slowly. Bringing the right hand down, left knee down. Taking it back through child's pose, elbows down, forehead down. Full breath in. And out. Lift it up to the hands, bring the hands back. Lift onto the knees, tuck the toes under, feet to hip width, and then roll back if you can. Be careful with the knees, onto the balls of the feet. And then bring the hands to heart center. See if you can sit really tall, lengthening through the chest. Let's take a twist to the right. With the exhale, left elbow comes to outside of right knee. Push very gently together. Look over that right shoulder. Keeping the breath strong and steady. Pressing the hands together to move a little bit more into the twist if you can. And then inhale, back to center. Nice and tall, lifting the chest. Exhale, left elbow outside of right knee. Push the hands together. Look over that left shoulder. Feel the stretch down both sides of the body. Feel the length. Notice the twist. Final breath in. And out. Release it back forward. Take a full breath in. And out. Let's release the hands down to the floor. Lift the bottom up. Separate the feet at least hip width. Forward hanging fold here. Soften the knees. Take opposite elbows. Sway very gently from side to side. Nice and gently. Moving through the sides of the body. Releasing the hands down to the floor. Bringing the feet together here at the back of the mat. Then we're stepping the right foot behind the left foot and just to the side. Coming onto fingertips lengthen. Soften the knees if you need to here. And then we're walking the hands forward a little bit. Try and keep the heels on the floor. Drawing the chest towards the thighs. So like we're in a bit of a twisted down dog. Maybe walk the hands forward a little bit more. With the exhale, draw the chest towards the thighs. Notice where and how you feel this stretch. Move the hands back if you feel like you've overstretched. Walk the hands back towards the feet. Soften the knees. And then slowly, walking the hands all the way back. Let's bring that right foot forward, feet together, and then we're stepping the left foot behind the right foot. Okay? Pressing down through the big toe sides of each foot. Move the hands across. Root down and lengthen here. It might be you need to soften those knees. Notice what feels more appropriate. Maybe with the exhale, let's walk the hands forward. Lifting the sit bones up and back. Draw the chest towards the thighs if that feels appropriate. Finding that stretch. Notice where you feel the stretch. Staying here, or maybe walk the hands forward a little bit more. Maybe if that's appropriate. Drawing the chest towards the thighs. Keeping that breath strong and steady. And then slowly, walking the hands back towards the feet. Let's uncross that leg, bring the feet again, hip width now. And then slowly walking forward to plank pose. Take your time, coming into plank. Shoulders over the wrist. Breath is strong and steady. Inhale. Lift it back into downward facing dog. And let's pedal out those legs. Bending one knee at a time. Moving through the sides of the body. Maybe dropping both heels down to the right side. And then lifting back to center. Dropping both heels down to the left side. So we get into the sides of the body. moving back into down dog. Roll forward to plank again. And then back into downward facing dog, nice and slowly. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, take it back. Inhale, come forward. Staying in plank this time. Just take the right hand a little bit further forward so we have more space for the shoulder. Come onto the outer edge of the right foot, and you can either bring the left foot to the side or stack it, move into full side plank. If you want to modify, drop the right knee down, extend the left leg out, lift the left arm up. Maybe final flourish, draw that left arm down to the ear. One more breath in. And out, releasing that left hand to the floor. Lift it back into plank pose. Take it back to downward facing dog. Full breath out, feet are hip width. Coming for the other side, moving into full plank. Take the left hand just in front so we have more space in the shoulder. Pivot onto the outside of the left foot, stack the right foot on top and stretch the arm out. Remember, you can modify by dropping the back knee down and keep the right leg extended. Breath is strong and steady. Maybe drawing that top arm down towards the ear. Final breath in. Exhale, let's release it back into plank pose, nice and slowly. Into plank, drop the knees, lower all the way down towards the floor. On top of the toes, lift into baby cobra, tiny back bend. Take the gaze over the right shoulder. Inhale back to center. Exhale over the left shoulder. Inhale back to center. Maybe press up a little bit more. Moving towards King Cobra or keeping low Cobra or somewhere between the two. Keep the elbows in, shoulders back. And then releasing it down, tuck the toes. Inhale, lift it to hands and knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath out at the top. Pressing down through the hands, lifting the sit bones up and back. With the inhale, float the right leg behind, lift it up. Exhale. Foot through between the hands, and then with the inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands down. Step it back to three-legged dog. Float the right leg back. And then inhale, flow forward again here. Take your time, moving with your own breath. Lift into high lunge. Exhale, hands down. Step it back. Three-legged dog. Float that right leg behind. Inhale, final time, move forward. Roll it up into high lunge. Keep it nice and tall, lifting through the fingers. Press the back heel to the floor. And then bringing the hands down to hips. Draw the back foot in a little bit, toes pointing forward. Take the right foot out to the right a little bit more. Hips are square to the front of the mat. Straighten that front knee as much as you can. Take opposite elbow behind the back. Lift and lengthen the chest. Exhale, hinge from the hips and fold forward. Push out through the backs of the thighs. Push the right hip back. Keep that breath strong and steady. Firming down, really pressing into the ball of the front foot. You can micro bend those knees, okay? Particularly the front one. Don't want to lock the joint here. Keeping that breath super strong. Lengthening the chest. Exhale. Let's release. Left fingers to floor. Lengthen to flat back. Reach to the sides of the body. Keep that back heel down. As you exhale, roll the chest open a little bit more. Keeping that breath super strong. Lengthen through both sides of the body. With the exhale, you might be able to twist a little bit further. If the shoulders stack, if the right shoulder's on top of the left, you might want to float the right arm up. You can either have the gaze to the floor, or take the gaze to the ceiling, or look straight ahead. Then go back, squeezing the thighs together. Push the right hip back a little bit more. Encourage that twist. Exhale, take the gaze down. Release the right hand down. Soften the front knee. Step it back to downward facing dog. With the inhale, roll forward to plank. Lowering down with the exhale. Drop the knees or lower all the way down. Coming into cobra. With the inhale, low or high. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath out. Inhale, let's sweep that left leg behind, lift it up, three-legged dog. Exhale, foot through between the hands, flow up into high lunge, arms comes out to the side, reach overhead, bend in the front knee. Exhale, release the hands down. Step it back to three-legged dog, flow that left leg behind, lift it up. Exhale, foot through between the hands, rise up into high lunge, nice and slowly. Final time, release the hands down. Step it back to three-legged dog, lift it up. Exhale, foot through between the hands, lift the hands all the way up. Keeping that breath super strong, stay in high lunge, sink down through that front leg, push the back heel towards the floor. Bring the hands to the hips, and then just step that back foot in slightly, setting up a triangle with the feet. Move the left foot out to the side a little bit. Hands on hips, square the chest forward and hips forward. Take opposite elbows again here. Lift and lengthen the chest. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold forward. Keeping that breath nice and strong. Lowering down. Feel the length through both sides of the body. Keep anchored down through that back foot. Little micro bend in that front leg, press into the ball of the front foot, lowering the chest down. Final breath in, and out. Inhale, let's release the right fingers down to the floor, inside or to the front of that right foot, or you can bring it outside the foot for more of a twist. Lengthen the torso parallel with the ground. Keep the left hand on the lower back and then start to open the chest towards the left. Pressing down through that back heel. Push the left hip back. If the left shoulder stacks on top of the right, you might want to bring that left arm in. Keeping the breath super strong. Keep pressing down through that back heel. Squeeze the thighs together. Maybe that activates a bit more of a twist for you. Maybe rotate the head wherever feels more appropriate. Exhale, release the gaze down, release the hand down, bend that front knee, step it back to downward facing dog. With the inhale, roll forward to plank. Lowering down all the way or halfway or drop the knees, chaturanga. Inhale, moving into cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog, full breath out, sigh the breath out at the top. Two more breaths here in down dog. Soften the knees if you need to, lift the sit bones up and back, keep it really active. Rest whenever you need to. Bending the knees, gaze forward, either step or lightly hop back to the top of the mat. Lengthen to flat back with the inhale, fold with the exhale. Take the feet hip width, rise up into low chair. Inhale, exhale into high chair. Bottom back, chest forward, arms forward. Reach through the fingers. Breath is strong and steady. Exhale, move into low chair. Bring the left hand down inside the feet, in between, and roll the right arm back. Bottom down, chest is lifted, keeping that breath super strong. One more breath in. Exhale, take the gaze down to the floor, and then step that left foot back. Come in for twisted lunge, push out through the back heel, keep that right arm nice and open, twist it open. Final breath in. Exhale, release the right hand down inside the right foot, pivot onto that left foot, down to the floor, back of the foot parallel with the back of the mat. Press the right arm into the right knee, open out here, breath is strong. Left fingers towards the ceiling, sink low into that front leg. Extend through that back foot, keeping the breath strong and steady. And then with the inhale, start to straighten that front leg, moving into triangle pose. You can bring the top arm down onto the thigh, onto the waist if you prefer. You can move that front hand up to the shin if you need a little bit more room. Keeping that breath super strong. Open out the arms fully if you prefer, full triangle. Taking the gaze down to the floor. Looking up towards the ceiling. Breath is strong and steady. Exhale, take the gaze down towards the floor. Bend the front knee, release the hands down, step it back. Downward facing dog. With the inhale, let's move forward to plank. Drop the knees, lower all the way down or halfway down, chaturanga. Coming into cobra or up dog with the inhale. Downward facing dog with the exhale. Full breath out at the top, side out. Take another full breath in. And then bending my knees, gaze forward. Step or lightly hop back to the top of the mat. Lengthen to flat back. Make sure feet are hip width as we move into low chair. Bringing the arms forward, bottom back. Lift into high chair. Keep it here, lengthen through the sides of the body. And then sink low again through low chair. Bring the right fingers down inside the feet, between the feet. Open the chest out to the left. Left fingers towards ceiling. Lift the chest, bottom down. One more breath in. Exhale, gaze down to the floor. Big step back with that right foot. Moving into twisted lunge. Keep the right hand down, left arm up. Press out through the back heel. Keep that breath strong and steady. And then releasing the left hand down inside the left foot. Pivot the back foot down on the floor, nice and flat. Press into the outer edge. Push the left shoulder into the left knee. Float the right arm all the way up. Keeping that breath super strong. And then slowly start to straighten the front leg. You might find you have to move the hand back or maybe even bring it onto that shin. You might want to lose the top arm. Moving into triangle with your own body. Think about lengthening through both sides of the body. Press down into the ball of the front foot. Try not to hyperextend that front leg. Try and keep a little bend. One more breath in. Exhale, release the gaze down. Bend the front knees. Bring the hands either side of the front foot. Step it back to downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to plank. Exhale, transition of your choice. Low plank or all the way down. Coming into cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog with the exhale. Full breath out to the top, sigh the breath out. Inhale, sweep the right leg behind, lift it up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, right knee crosses to the left elbow. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, knee to nose, shift the weight forward. Push into like a cat spine here. Push the spine to the ceiling. And then with the exhale, shoot that right leg out to the left and lower the body down a little bit, moving towards like a twisted plank. Breath is strong and steady. Keep it really active. Keep it here or float the left arm off the floor. Open the chest and the hips towards the ceiling. Keep it really active. One more breath in. Exhale if the arm's lifted. Release that left hand back down to the floor. Draw the right knee in towards the chest. And then bring that foot through between the hands, coming into low lunge. Breath is strong and steady. Final breath in. Exhale. Bring the hands inside the right foot. Turn the right toes forward. Turn the left toes, both long edge of the mat. Onto fingertips. Left arm opens out to the side. Lift through the left fingers. Keep the chest nice and long. Exhale, lower. Inhale, right fingers lift out to the side. Keep the chest nice and high. Look towards the ceiling. Exhale, lower. And again, open out with the left hand. Roll back as far as you can. Exhale, lower. Final time. Lift and lengthen. Exhale, lower. Pivot the feet back towards the front of the mat. Hands either side of the front foot. Step it back to downward facing dog. With the inhale, roll forward to plank. Lowering down with the exhale, transition of your choice. Coming through chaturanga and then moving into up dog if you prefer. And then downward facing dog with the exhale. Full breath out at the top. Inhale, extend the left leg behind, three-legged dog. Exhale, shift the weight forward, knee to nose. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, left knee crosses the body towards the right elbow. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, knee to chest. Push the spine to the ceiling. Think cat pose, push the spine high. Keep the chin drawn in. And then with the exhale, shoot the left foot out to the right side, dropping that left hip down towards the floor. Like we're in a twisted plank, keep active through both of the hands. Stay here, or if you want to, float the right arm off the floor. Push the hips up towards the ceiling. Open the chest. Breath is strong and steady. Final breath in. Exhale. Release the right hand down. Draw the left knee back into the chest. Lift it up. Exhale. Foot through between the hands. Keeping low lunge here for a moment. Steady the breath. Steady the breathing, nice and slowly. Stepping it back to downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to plank. Exhale, transitioning down of your choice. Lifting into cobra or up dog. And then taking it into child's pose with the exhale. Full breath out, sigh the breath out. Allowing the body to rest now in child's pose. Take the knees wide if you want to here. Take the mat width, keep the toes touching. Allow the belly to sink through the centre. Or you can take the arms down by the side, being full child's pose. Notice the best position for your body. Nice and active with the breathing. Steadying the breath, but keeping that controlled breathing. Next inhale, lift it to hands and knees. Tuck the toes, exhale, downward facing dog, slowly. Walking the feet forward, about halfway down the mat. Bending the knees. Take opposite elbows. Sway very gently from side to side. Straighten the legs if you want to here. Notice how that feels. And then bend the knees again. What do you prefer? Take a note of which feels better. Release the hands down. Soft knees, lead with the chest. Come all the way back up to standing. Lift it up. Exhale, palms through centre. Let's come for standing twist now. So bringing the feet hip width. And then taking the weight into that right foot, floating the left foot off the floor, coming halfway if you can, bringing the right hand across to the left knee, opening the left arm back, slowly, rotating, in your own breath, maybe being here in the twist. Keeping strong and steady. If you feel focused and balanced, you might want to take the right hand on the outside of the left foot, extend the left foot forward, and float the right arm behind. Take the variation that suits you the most. Final breath in. Exhale, slowly release. Bringing it back down to the floor, shake it out. Setting up again here, feet under hips. And now we're bringing that right leg off the floor, lift it up. Halfway if you can. Just being in balance is fine. You feel balanced, feel focused, bring the left hand onto that right knee. Start to twist from the base of the belly, look over the right shoulder, maybe even float that right arm back. If you feel stable, you might want to hold onto that right foot with the left hand and extend it forward. Maybe you keep a bend in the knee, maybe you fully extend and rotate the chest. Keep that breath strong and steady, soften the face. And then with the exhale, slowly coming back to standing, releasing the leg, rolling the shoulders back. Good stuff. Let's move to the front of the mat. We're going to come down through squat pose, so be really careful with the knees here. The knees, we kind of track the toes with the knees. If the knees don't like it, turn the toes forward and lower through chair pose as far as you can, and then safely come to the floor. So taking the feet mat width, turn the toes out, adjust as you need to, bring the hands to heart center. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, sending the bottom back, chest forward. Moving the bottom down towards the floor, bringing the elbows in, press the knees apart, lift the chest. Don't worry if you rise onto the balls of the feet, that's fine. Or if you're in chair pose, stay in low chair for a breath. And then with the exhale, either bring the hands behind, shoot them forward, come onto your bottom, and then let's come into boat pose. Support the boat, bring the knees into the chest, draw the toes back to the face, lift and roll the shoulders down the back. Super strong with the breath. Maybe float the arms out to the side. Maybe adding a little twist, hands down to the right, then to the left, then to the right, then to the left. Support the boat if you need to, don't add in a twist. Just do what feels right for your body. Maybe even straighten the legs and use the twist. One more each side. And then slowly cross the legs. Lengthen with the inhale, sit really tall. Exhale, fold forward. Bring the hands forward. Slowly start to fold. Keeping that breath super strong. Just going as far as feels comfortable. Don't worry if you don't go too far, just as long as you feel a stretch. Breath is strong and steady. It might be the elbows drop to the floor. It might be you can bring the forehead down. It might be the fingertips are on the floor and you're sitting really tall, feeling the stretch here. Just notice what's happening in your body and absorb the stretch. Inhale, lift it up, sit nice and tall. Let's move halfway back on the mat. Extend the legs out, give them a little shake. And then we're bringing right foot outside left knee. Sitting tall, hold on to that front knee with the exhale. We're going to twist with that right hand, come behind, hug the right knee into the chest with the left arm, and rotate, look over the right shoulder. And again, breathe it in. And out. One more breath in. Keeping a twist, take the left hand on the outside of the right foot and see if you can extend that right foot forward. Look over the right shoulder and you might be able to float the right arm off the floor behind as well. Keep it nice and active. Don't worry if that right leg is bent, if you can't fully extend it, just be with the bent leg. It might be you're still supporting yourself with the back hand. Do whatever feels right for your body. Take another full breath in. Exhale, slowly coming forward. Bending the knee, bringing the ankle across the knee, creating a figure four shape here. Walking the hands forward, keep both feet flexed. Lengthen with the inhale, and then fold with the exhale. It might be you can hold on to that front foot. It might be you're nowhere near. Just lengthening and folding with the exhale. So do what feels right for your body. It's not necessary to hold the front foot. You can still feel a stretch if you're sitting, pressing down through the sit bones and lengthening here. This is somewhere to go maybe if the hips are quite open and the hamstrings aren't that tight. So keeping that breath super strong, lengthen and fold. And then with the inhale, release, come nice and tall, extending that right leg out, give it a shake. Let's come for the same on the left side. Bending the left knee, take the left foot outside of the right knee. Hug the knee into the chest, sit up really tall, find the length in the spine. And then take that left hand behind, hug the left knee in with the right arm. And with the exhale, twist open out to the left. Breath is strong and steady. Rolling that left shoulder back, pressing down through both sit bones. Noticing how this side feels compared to the other side. Then let's bring in that leg now. So keeping the twist, right hand outside the left foot if that's appropriate, and then start to extend that leg in front. Press down through the sit bones. It might be you float the left arm behind as well here. Opening the chest, moving into the twist more. Don't worry if you have that bent knee, that front knee bent and the hand is down. You can still be here in that stretch. Final breath in. And out. Move it forward. Bend the left knee and bring the left ankle over that right knee. Sit up nice and tall, creating this figure four shape with the legs, and then adding that fold. Maybe fingers just come to the floor and you lengthen and stay here. Maybe you can move down towards that front foot and start to lengthen and fold forward, moving a little bit deeper into the stretch. Do what feels right for your body. Keeping that back nice and long, neck in line with spine. Final breath here. Inhale, slowly lift it back up. Release the foot. Move yourself halfway down the mat. Hold behind the thighs and very gently roll it down. Hug the knees in. Little circles with the knees. So we let go of any tension in that lower back. Rolling one way and then the other. And then let's come into happy baby. Take the insides of the feet, draw the knees down towards the armpits. You can hold the ankles if you prefer for more space, or you can hold on to the backs of the thighs, okay? Whatever feels the most appropriate. Knees down to armpits, and stay here in the stretch for a moment, pressing down. Softening the breath, and then add in that very gentle rock if you want from side to side. Releasing the lower back out, maybe feeling a little stretch in the hips here as well. And then bringing the feet, soles of the feet together, knees apart, hands down by side. Press the feet together, lift the hips off the floor. Squeeze the bum to help lift those hips. Soften through the breath, feel like you're opening the front of the body. And then release it down. Again, bring the knees together, extend the legs all the way down, give yourself a full body stretch. Taking the arms overhead, maybe interlace the fingers, turn the palms away and stretch out. Push out through the heels of the feet. And then making your way into relaxation, your final resting posture, corpse pose or any other position that feels the most appropriate. So, fully extend the legs out and the arms out to the side. Come into bridge pose if you prefer, even roll onto the side of the body. Stay here for as long as you can, at least 10 to 15 breaths after that practice. Feel the heaviness of the body as you rest in Shavasana. I encourage you to rest more if you have the time. Thank you for joining me for today's practice. Enjoy your day. Namaste.